Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Hurt their self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more than measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees, street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane nonstop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they departed. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Get her ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Shit be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah, what up? Back. We definitely gonna talk about this. Son, peace, what's good? I ain't never see you in the chat.
Shop Kohl's to get the best gifts for kids, the best gifts for
Yeah, we gonna talk about it. You know, we're gonna break it down over here.
Guarantee.
Man.
E&E.
About that blue day, I've been telling you about this.
2020 got me seeing so
down
clear.
here.
Put your boy shit.
This stuff right out in the open and they out to our face.
Y'all some glitch.
We're not at liberty to discuss it.
We cool niggas. This is
Boogie Major.
we on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office, yeah, it is that bullshit. Kill him in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, that's family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers be Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, now they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers, you know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off a 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money. Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom. To try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk. Let me lock in. Show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain. I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Butcher boyed up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This is guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You already know what it is, man. We bike, Jack. And we definitely about to have this conversation. What's good with everybody, man? Like I said to the homie Son, peace. I like that name, man. You know what I'm saying? What's good with your brother? Tap in, walk with your homie, man. Listen. We being distracted from so many things on so many different, from so many different angles. It's crazy, right? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Glitch, shout out to Sick. You know what I'm saying? So many angles, pause, right? So this has been going on for about a week now, man. You know? That's what's up, man. My man said he cooling. Yeah, it did. It's been going on for about a week and some change now, man. You know? And this is a serious situation, man. Now, what y'all know about Project Blue? I'm pretty sure if y'all tapping in with me, y'all are familiar with Project Bluebeam. You know? And this is what I want y'all to be aware of, right? One of the reasons why I put it in the show, right? When you go to YouTube or any other search engine, right, and you put in Bluebeam, instantly stuff about the drone start popping up. Right? See? Instantly stuff about the drones start popping up. So what is that telling you? Right? That's letting you know that the unintelligent artificial intelligence is preemptively programming us, right? I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all what's going on, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to put y'all up on game on what's going on, man. I keep telling y'all the unintelligent artificial intelligence is learning us and is using trickery, manipulation to do it. And what my job is, and yes, this is my job is to put as much effort in as I can into helping y'all become aware, right, of the nature. You heard me speaking about the nature of reality. And I really want y'all to open up y'all's minds, man. Open up your mind, open up your heart to different information so you can accept, right, or be willing to accept that this reality, what we interact with and engage with, is not all there is. And it's not the only one. And you got to be able to pay attention to how we are being made privy to this. And all this stuff is all of the hidden is coming out to the open, but you got to understand in the form in which it's being presented to us through more illusions. Right? So as this system keeps exposing itself through illusions, that's creating a thicker veil between actually understanding the nature of reality, right, of the unintelligent artificial intelligence and understanding what it is. And I always say that I wonder if people even ask themselves, like, what is artificial intelligence? What is it? People have an idea what they think it is, but nobody really asks, like, what is it? Where it come from? What does it originate from? Right? And when you look this up on the search engine, you look up Project Bluebeam, instantly stuff about what's been going on for the past week has been coming up. I find that to be very interesting. That lets me know that the unintelligent artificial intelligence is digitally gaslighting us, right? But you got to stay grounded in reality. And the only way you can start doing that is to understand the nature of this reality. Ooh, that's a good question, son, peace. All right. And I'm so serious when I say this. This is why I got to come up and let y'all know. I'm not just making this up for people to watch my video. I'm just saying this because this is what I strongly believe and know it to be, right? Been proven, and it's proving itself right now with this whole situation too. The unintelligent artificial intelligence, which we is being led to believe is artificial intelligence or any form of intelligence whatsoever, actually is not intelligence at all, right? Actually, it is the digital, holographic, electrical expression of the frequency of the mind of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. That's what it is. That's why it can't create. You understand what I'm saying? It can't innovate. It can only mimic, duplicate, replicate, copy, manufacture. What's another one? Mimic. What else? All of those words right there. Now think about in the way the so-called artificial intelligence behaves, so to speak. Right? It can only operate predicated off of its ability to manipulate what we do, if that makes sense. Right? And this is not necessarily, this situation right here is not necessarily a result of Project Bluebeam, but it's very similar. But understand that all of these different agendas, especially the stuff you hear me talk about, they all fit together. So although they may seem to be separate from each other, they're all connected, which is why I refer to it, and lots of us refer to it as a spider web. You feel me? Because even though it might be this part over here, that part over there, this section over there, it all connects at the center. All right? And I want y'all to be aware of that, man. And I'm so serious when I say that. And that's why I call it the unintelligent artificial intelligence, because in order to be intelligent, you have to have the ability to to create. And AI cannot create. All right. Just like LSD doesn't have the power, the ability to create. All right. But this is a crazy situation going on, y'all, because like I've been telling y'all, man, the smart grid is here, man. We got to remember, we got Elon Musk in office. We got rumors of wars and rumors of wars, meaning that there's wars that actually are going on that we're not even made aware of, but then there's wars that aren't going on that we're being made to believe actually are. Pay attention to what I just said. Wars and rumors of wars. The big war that we don't even realize is happening is going on right in our face, and we ain't even paying attention to it because we're being made to believe that it's something different, like what's going on in Israel and stuff right now. Although that's happening on the surface level, and it's very serious, and we need to pay attention to it. But unless we see how all the pieces fit together, we're going to think that everything going on is separate from another. And this is how we are having our psyches bombarded, broken up, honeycomb, compartmentalized, because we're having all this different traumas, if you would, breaking up our psyche to where we can't focus on what's actually going on. This whole thing with Remy and Papoose, Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and yeah, man, just so much stuff to be confused and, distracted with, while the real plan is going on right in our face. And as we see it real time, they still won't keep it real with us about what is actually going on. Do y'all really think the U.S. government, with the capabilities they have at Cheyenne Mountain and NORAD, do you honestly think that they're not aware of anything invading their airspace? And this is the questions that I want us to start asking ourselves, and we got to start removing our emotions from these things, and we got to start using our logic and our reason, right? But only in order to do that in a real effective way, to be able to see what's actually going on, you have to understand that the nature of reality, as we have been made to believe it is not so. And if you're not willing to start to question that and challenge that, understand what I mean when I say the nature of reality, then you're going to keep going off this way, and this way, not realizing that it all comes together at the center. All right, you just got to be able to put it all together. You dig? But this situation is very, very serious, y'all. Don't think it's not a joke. And I'm like I say, when I'm talking about it, I don't want y'all to be thinking I'm like trying to cause panic. I don't do fear mongering over here. I don't do fear porn. I ain't trying to have y'all spooky or none of that. I'm just going to sit up here and break these things down with the facts, to my knowledge, that I know that I can prove and show y'all. Right? And then you make up for yourself what you think about it. A lot of y'all are very intelligent. A lot of y'all have critical thinking still, which makes me happy, which is what motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing, because I know that it's not completely a wrap, so to speak. It's not completely done for us, because we all ain't drones, if you would. Right? And let's see what this guy has to say about all of this.
I ain't gonna blame y'all if you feel like the state don't care about us one bit. But guess what?
Now hold on. I don't know about it. We're gonna box cleverly, y'all, man. We're gonna box cleverly, right? We're gonna box cleverly, y'all. Right? We're going to see what Neil deGrasse Tyson got to say about this. Of course, they start just milling out all they talking heads who's supposed to be experts in these fields, telling us what's actually going on and what it actually is. You know? You know what I'm talking about? They bring out this guy right here. You know? They bring out this guy. You know? As if he's, you know, some type of authority on this or something. When we all have done thorough research into this, lots of us. I know if you're tapping in with me, you have. You did. We want to see what this guy got to say. Tap in, walk with us, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You did.
Today, lawmakers got a private security briefing on this ongoing mystery of the unexplained drones that we have seen flying in the skies over New Jersey. U.S. intelligence and security officials are telling lawmakers that these flying objects that keep getting reported, like this one seen flying over a football field in Oakland, New Jersey, have no suspected ties to foreign adversaries. Lawmakers were also told that many of the recently reported sightings are believed to have been civilian aircraft that were mistaken for drones. But New Jersey leaders and the political leaders there say that they're still not getting answers on where exactly these objects are coming from, or who is controlling them, or where they're going.
People got enough on their minds, right? They shouldn't have to worry about things flying around that they don't know who they belong to.
Until you know the origin and what these drones' intent is, how can you tell me that there's no imminent threat?
What are these drones doing in New Jersey? I can tell you what they're not doing. If they're Martians, I guarantee they're not staying because the taxes are way too high.
My source today is the famed astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, who has a new book, Merlin's Tour of the Universe, that is in stores now. It is great to have you. I mean, hearing those lawmakers there, I thought one of them raised a good point. If you don't know what it is, how can you tell us what it's not? I mean, what is your take on what we've been seeing pop up over New Jersey?
First, I agree with the sentiment that if people cannot identify what they are, you're in no position to say whether they are or not a threat. So I don't get what it means when they say, oh, don't worry about it. We don't know what it is, but don't worry about it. But I can tell you this, if I can't claim to know the motives of aliens, but just being an earthling, but of all the places to show up on Earth, they pick New Jersey. That'd be odd for me to wonder what the aliens are looking for. No defense to New Jersey. I'm just saying, there's the whole Earth they could have visited. So yeah, it's a mystery. And by the way, drones are more available to people than ever before. So maybe this is just the new normal. And Jersey's getting the first taste of it. But I'm a little disappointed that given that we have a nearly $1 trillion budget for the Pentagon, that nobody knows what these things are. Now I'm worried about national security.
One, I gotta say for the people from New Jersey who are watching that, I'm gonna get some complaints from Bill Murphy and others about that comment, saying New Jersey is a great place for Martians to visit.
Great place for, except for the taxes. Okay, apparently.
I would send him to Alabama, but our football team's not doing so well this year. But honestly, on this, and your point there about the Pentagon is a good one, because we heard from John Kirby today. He used to be at the Pentagon, and he said it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully. But there is such a heightened sense of public concern that what we are hearing, and this has been going on for days now, it's not making anyone feel any better about it.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a sensitivity or an awareness factor for lights in the sky, especially after a year and a half of congressional testimony of people declaring that we're being visited. So if this gets people to look up, I'll take it, right? As an astrophysicist, my sign off to my podcast is keep looking up. And if looking up means you're more aware of what's in the sky, and if that can be helpful to lawmakers, to the Pentagon, then let's keep doing it. In fact, there was a committee set up by NASA to help the Pentagon and lawmakers be a clearinghouse for people's observations of things they don't understand by using their smartphone, which has all manner of metadata related to how you use it. And so this would be an ideal case for everyone to whip out their smartphones, get data, and see what we can make of it. Friend or foe?
That's interesting because you say, keep looking up. It's good when people are involved and interested. And we have seen such a new kind of rise in engagement with science and people wanting to look things up, whether it's vaccines or what's happening in the skies. But my producer, Michael, made a good point that a lot of that, we're seeing that, it's not just always renewed engagement. It's also being paired with a growing distrust of people like you who do what you do for a living, who back things up with data and facts. People don't always trust it if it doesn't.
Yeah, we don't trust your facts. Lots of us have done our own research and due diligence, and we know that guys like Neil deGrasse Tyson be saying a lot of bullshit, and they ain't telling us about the actual nature of reality. They know good and goddamn well what this unintelligent artificial intelligence is and its capabilities. They know good and damn well what them drones is all about. I keep telling y'all, man, it's called preemptive programming. Right? Preemptive programming, y'all. You did. Drones, man. Why are we seeing these big drones, man? Right? Drones everywhere, big boy drones coming out, man. Right after this situation that's going on out there in with Israel sitting up there ousting Assad and bombing strikes over there in Syria, man. Sending tanks and troops over there, man. The world is at war. To the page, man.
A major response from authorities that could be related to an incident involving a drone. It is happening in Hillsborough, New Jersey. Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini is live from that scene. Stephanie, obviously so much frustration about what is even happening in the skies above us. So this might be a big answer.
Yeah, Bianca, I talked to several people who tell us they heard a drone crash somewhere behind where I'm standing. We're working to get that information confirmed with officials. Our chopper has been flying over the area this morning. Here's some video. We're showing you that view from above. We're in a shopping plaza in Hillsborough, just off Route 206. First responders have been here all morning, including Hillsborough police, a lot of onlookers. I talked to one woman who says her concerns are growing, calling all the recent drone activity very bizarre. She says she heard the drone crash happened overnight here, but she says that she's seen several, what she believes are drones anyway, flying around her home. She says she lives not too far from where we're live right now. Now, we've reported on these drone concerns in New Jersey. Some experts have said the sightings could very well be lawfully manned aircrafts today. We're hearing from officials on Staten Island about the same topic. Take a listen.
There's a saying that we had after 9/11, if you see something, say something. I think that's become, if you see something, don't worry about it, because we saw it too. And the people of Staten Island deserve answers. The people of this city and state and region deserve answers of what the heck is going on.
Yes, we do.
So we've heard from the FBI, and the FBI says there's no reason to believe that these recent possible drone sightings pose a national security threat. Now, in terms of what we're getting from local officials, we're being told we're going to get an update this afternoon at some point, Bianca, in terms of what they've been looking at here. Back to you inside.
Yeah, it's so interesting because they say it poses no threat, but they can't tell you what it is.
You feel me? And that's the whole point right there, y'all. Insulting and playing with our intelligence. Loud man, what's happening? My man Loud man said, hey man, who knows, man? We shouldn't be worried, man. It's not a threat. It doesn't pose a threat, but y'all, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Playing with and insulting our intelligence by saying that they don't know what this stuff is, as if they don't know what's going on. You know, that's very disrespectful, because these people have the capabilities of satellites from outer space that can see the pimples on your face while you sitting in your house through your window. How about through your walls? So to sit up here and just to be told that we don't know what's going on, you guys are seeing clearly drones crashing, landing in New Jersey. They got the footage of it. People seen it. People reported it. I'm about to show you, we seen it. Y'all seen the same stuff I've been seeing. You got massive footage of just drones in the sky. And you mean to tell me y'all don't know what's going on? That's a disrespect and insult to our intelligence, I personally think. You know, that's just me, y'all. Right? Now, I'll put a number 11 in the chat if you feel the same way. And go ahead, tap in on the pause. Do y'all think they lying to us about any of this stuff, man? You know, clearly they're lying. If they're not being transparent, they're lying. Omission, not admission, right? But omission is akin to lying. I mean, you're leaving something out. You're not telling us what's going on. And you're not going to tell us, as the most sophisticated military on this planet, that y'all do not know what's going on. Those days are over with. So this brings light, shines light, and it kind of validates to an extent when we hear such things like conspiracy theories. And I told y'all about that word, conspiracy theory. Right? The CIA came up with that term, man, for stuff just like this. For reasons just like this. Right? That's the reason why that term conspiracy theories was made up. For situations just like this. So we don't question. We just chalk it up as, and see, everybody says yes, right? Everybody type it is, and yeah, they definitely lying. All right. It's called preemptive programming, y'all, to perceptually prepare us for the exact type of society we will be experiencing, for the lack of a better term, physically. See how everything is being made digital? We're having our psyches digitally broken up, compartmentalized, honeycombed into altars, so we can be prepared to interact and engage with each other in digital spaces, other spaces, and what this reality we perceive to be solid, right? And I want y'all to be able to understand what I just said, man. All right. Everywhere, man. You know, and I'm with homie, man. Like, what's good, y'all, though, man? What's going on, man? Let me pull it up on the screen for y'all.
Plans for health because you have plans for life. All plans.
Look at it. Frustration building with each new drone sighting across the Northeast.
And seems like there's multiple drones all over this airport tonight, man.
The FAA forced to slow traffic at Stewart International Airport Friday night north of New York City because of multiple reports of drone sightings in the area. Mayor Eric Adams saying his team is taking the reports of drones in the region seriously.
We're going to have an immediate response. We're getting ready to check. We're getting ready to look into some new innovative ways of, if need be, to take down drones with the proper permission from the FAA.
And New York's Governor Kathy Hochul saying this has gone too far, demanding that the Biden administration step in by directing additional federal law enforcement to New York and the surrounding area. In Ocean County, New Jersey, the Sheriff's Department launching its own industrial drone after numerous reports of sightings in the area. One deputy reporting roughly 50 drones coming in over the ocean.
The facts are that they are very big, objects in the sky. The fact is nobody, that's just concerning to us, is nobody has seen them land or take off.
Reports of drones flying near a naval weapons station in New Jersey as well.
And I did talk to the commander there. His men are seeing it right there at the base. Are you kidding me? A munitions depot of that caliber, and these drones are hovering in close proximity to it.
So on a call with reporters, officials from a wide range of agencies, including the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, the FAA, a Joint Chiefs of Staff official confirmed those drone sightings at the naval station, but added that they do not believe that they are from a foreign actor or have malicious intent. The question people still have is, how do you know that? So for more on this, let's bring in Jeffrey Thompson. He is the CEO of Red Cat Holdings. The company supplies sophisticated drone technology to the U.S. military. Jeffrey, what a perfect person to have talk about this today. I'm sure
people who work in the field, but understand letting them come on this platform and speak on this, that could possibly be compromised. Because you got to understand, this is NBC News or ABC. Let's go, man. Question everything, y'all, man.
Sure, your phone is blowing up and you're getting questions all about this. Right off the bat, I'll just ask you, because you're in this world, what do you think is going on?
Well, I'll say it's probably not our adversaries. I don't know, any adversary that would actually use proper FAA lighting to display where they are. It would be way too easy to shoot them down. They're slow moving, they're big. So I definitely take adversary off the table right away.
That's interesting. I don't believe I've heard that before. So thanks for that. When you look at these videos, and I'm sure you've seen what a lot of people have seen online, can you identify what type of drones these are and what they might be capable of? Because one of the things that people were initially concerned about is that they were, not the drone that you buy at Best Buy or something. It's the size of cars, some of these.
Yeah, they do look much larger than a consumer drone. Red Cat has two products. We've been accused all week of possibly being the culprit. We have the only commercial drone swarm available for 80 drones that can be launched by a single operator. We also have a Flight Wave 130, which is a bigger drone that has very long flight time. And these drones that you're seeing in these videos have very long flight time. I can tell you right now, it is not us. Please stop calling me. So there's
right. Look what's going on, y'all, man. Now, y'all remember when I stood up there and told y'all about companies like Lockheed Martin? Right. Y'all hit the Lockheed Martin? Right. Northrop Grumman. Huh? Wow, I see they starting to scrub the internet of the images. All right. Drones been around for quite some time, y'all, man. It's nothing new. They're just being more open with it. Right. So what does that mean? Right. It means that we're being preemptively prepared to experience and see these drones regularly. And if we're seeing drones regularly, that lets us know that we are at war. We're under occupation. Y'all got to understand what's going on, man. I'll be telling y'all about UN Agenda 2030 for global sustainability. right? And with the couple threats, the threats of the environment, which ain't working. So now they switch it to threats to the climate, hence climate change. It went from global warming to climate change, right? Now we being hit, right, with the smart grid. Like I've been telling y'all, it's coming. They're going to sneak it in slowly but surely, man. Right? And of course, at first it's going to be, oh, what's going on? We don't know. We can't confirm or deny. We're not at liberty to talk about it. Right? Come on. I mean, I just want us to have some critical thinking here, man. And don't get emotionally involved, man. Understand, man, we are living in the info wars and the wars for our literal minds and souls. We are coming into the knowledge, right? Coming into the reality, right? That, aliens are real. The CIA then came out and basically told us numerous times, mind you. And we just got to understand that we're just now becoming familiar with the rulers of darkness of this world. And I say we, I mean us. I mean us regular folks, us pros, as they refer to us in 1984, us common folk, us average people, right? I'm talking about we don't know. But they know what's going on, right? And as this new system is coming in, man, it's going to be shocking to the psyche, man, right? Because we're not used to experiencing this stuff in the way that we have been, man. This is why we being desensitized and preemptively programmed with 3D, 6D, 7D, interactive holographic gaming technology, preparing us for the metaverse, further splitting up our psyches digitally, holographically, being more synced and linked to the hive mind collective of the unintelligent artificial intelligence, which is Lucifer, Satan, the devil. And of course, it's going to play tricks on us with situations like this. Drones are very real in for the lack of a better term. And they've been around for a long time. But when we seeing drones in the frequency we are, in the way we are, right? We're talking about the style, the type they are, these ain't just your regular commercial, go to Walmart, get a drone. These are huge drones. Why are we seeing these stuff? Like I said, we can't let them play with our intelligence and put out the perception as if they don't know what's going on or they don't know what this is. They don't know where the sources are. We can't do that, man. We can't afford that. I'll let y'all know we're not going. And over here at Aerial Talk, we're not even doing that. We don't get our intelligence insulted and actually accepted. Right? So, drones been around for a minute, y'all. Why all of a sudden are they bringing them to our awareness now publicly? Right?
There's a lot of, that they're big, the fact that they're large, that's the only thing that seems really odd to me, as I'm actually trying to figure this out. But they should have remote ID if they're already flying with proper lighting. All drones are required by law to have a remote ID. And if you want to be a DIY investigator, you could always get a scanner product that's free on, free apps, and you can see if they're broadcasting down to you if you're near those drones, and you could become the investigator. I'm not close enough to where it's all happening, but it's pretty simple to see if they're broadcasting a remote ID that's required by law.
But you are close enough to the whole world that this is happening in. And what I'm hearing from you is what we are hearing from the federal government, that you're not worried that it's a foreign actor because they wouldn't come in using FAA lighting, but still, we don't know what it is. It could just be regular folks operating.
Maybe they're trying to test them and try to stay under the radar by actually doing it properly according to the law. When we do all of our mission tests, we do them at nighttime. Almost all missions by the U.S. military at nighttime, and we try to make us.
Of course, right?
You can't find us, can't see us, can't detect us. So there's a lot of controversy on why they would an adversary would actually be doing it the way they're doing it if they're trying to do the training to do some drills.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll shed some light on it, one interview at a time. Jeffrey Thompson, thanks so much for taking.
Yeah, one bullshit at a time. How more like it, man. All right. So what y'all think, man? You know what I mean? I want to know what y'all think about this stuff, man. So much stuff going on, right? So much stuff we're being distracted by, right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering.
All right, now let's go over to Joey at Touchscreen for an in-depth look at these mysterious drone sightings. Joey, what can you tell us?
Yeah, guys, so we don't have a lot we can tell you, but we can zoom in and point out some things. So first thing I want to look at is here's the United States, right? And these are the places where the drones are being spotted in high concentration. And so I just want to point out, when you look at Florida, California, and then here in what we call the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, what do those places have in common? There are a lot of military bases in those places. That's where the majority of our military bases are. And then you come up here to this Northeast area, and what does that have in common? High concentration of people and things that emit frequencies. And so that's one of the first things we look at here is they're being spotted in places that could be sensitive. And then we move on and we look just here in the Northeast and look at some of the places specifically that these have been spotted. We're talking about Picatinny Arsenal Military Base, a very sensitive place. Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster. We look over here, we see Naval Weapons Station, Earl Joint Base, McGuire, Dix, Lakehurst. And what we worry here is when we have Kirby come out and Mayorkas, they've never lied to us about anything, but when they come out and say, we don't know what these are, well, that discredits the safest and best theory right now, which is that this is U.S. testing what our capabilities are, what our defense mechanisms are. So those two things go against each other, and that leaves us all wondering either that the government doesn't know or they're not telling us the truth. And then the pictures we get, the videos, they're not very good. The only reason I want to point this out is one point was made. I saw it on Twitter. I've seen it, or X, and I've seen it from the other experts. And it's this idea that if these are nefarious in nature, why are they using their navigational lights at nighttime? Wouldn't they want to be stealthy? It's a really, really good point. And then you see this is actually a second picture, and this is the quality we're getting. So it's hard to make much of it. And then we move on here to some characteristics. This is all through the reports. We haven't downed one to look at it and see this. This is the supposed characteristics of the majority of these drones. They're 6 to 10 foot in diameter, which is pretty large. We've heard as large as an SUV. And then many of these quadcopter drones are pretty small. They're flying above the FAA's 400-foot height regulation, but they're flying low and slow, so radars don't pick them up. And they're so small, even at 6 foot in diameter, if a radar did pick it up, it would register more like a bird, and it wouldn't alarm anything. One report says they don't give off heat, which not sure what you can draw from that other than what type of power source does it have and what type of payload. Is it a camera?
What is the power source to where these things aren't giving off a heat signature? That's very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Right? So, I mean, like my man just said right here, man, either way it go, y'all not being honest with us, man. Right? So I think it is our jobs as citizens to keep our foot on the necks, man. Tell us what's going on, man. We ain't about to sit here and let y'all just shame us into saying, "Oh, we're being conspiracy theory." No, tell us what's going on before we have to piece this together and find out ourselves. And that's, what y'all trying to keep us from doing by limited information, man. And the whole compartmentalization thing, it runs deep, man. There's levels to it, man. You know, there's people who know exactly what's going on with this, man. Right? Don't believe the hype. Don't believe nothing that, hey, listen, y'all. Don't believe nothing the lamestream media tells you. They lie. Proven over and over again, they have lied to us. So my whole goal or my whole aim when I do what I do over here, able to talk y'all, is like, don't believe anything. I'm not telling you to believe me. You don't have to believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I'm telling you, definitely don't believe them. Because they lie continuously, repeatedly. All right? Let's go, man. Smash that like button, click on subscribe to the page, man. Share your social engineering. Let's go.
A weapon delivering a package, what's in it? And then lastly, we have these colorful blinking lights, which again makes us question, well, if it's nefarious, if it's spying, why would it give itself away? I'm going to give you my opinion, my synopsis, is that it's a little bit of all the above. Drones are not just the warfare of the future, they're the way of the future. How we receive things, how we see things, how we do safety on job sites. Drones are used in so many facets and so many industries already today, and AI technology is only going to expedite that quite a bit. So this is really the precipice of the technology that we've come to in this century, in this last decade. And I think that these sightings are indicative of all the things. Some of them are airplanes. Some of them are U.S. or commercial drones. There was a Chinese citizen using a drone over a military base. There have been multiple military bases here and abroad who have reported this, feel like they're getting their airspace invaded by a drone of unknown origin. All these things are happening. We're just looking up more now. So are those 5,000 tips all bogus? No. Were they able to trace some of them to an origin that isn't scary or need explanation? Maybe. I don't trust the FBI that much either.
Well, if they don't know, that's terrifying. And if they do know and they're not telling us, they better get us some answers. Great deep dive there.
You feel me? Get us some answers, man. And my whole thing with this, y'all, is people see stuff like this and this induces panic. And if you think the so-called powers that be don't know that, understand that, and realize that, something's wrong with you on that end too. So what I'm saying is they're allowing this stuff to happen because they want to some degrees, intentionally induce panic. Why? I'm not so naive. I'm not going to accept that the most sophisticated military on earth doesn't know what's going on. And they can't tell us what's going on. They can't explain to us why car-sized drones are being seen around places where military installations are at. All right, what y'all doing? What y'all practicing for? What y'all all synchronized doing the so-called, what y'all like to call war game testings? Right? And I think it's high times us as Americans, we stop like just being, kowtowed and say, okay, well, nah, man, no, give us some answers. What's going on? What is this? What y'all doing? What y'all got going on? Huh? What y'all preparing for? Right? Don't you think you got a right to know? We pay taxes, don't we? Most of us are going to get up and go to work tomorrow, right? Don't you think you deserve to know what the military is doing with our money? We seeing drones all across the eastern seaboard, northeastern seaboard, Midwest, some places in California, LA too. Man, what's going on? Right? Let these people say, man, for real, man. Sage Mo, what's happening, man? Look at the panic this stuff is inducing, man. We can't allow them to keep doing this, man.
Beyond the border of the Garden State, Governor Kathy Hochul is now sounding the alarm, saying Stewart Airfield was forced to shut down due to drone activity in their airspace. She is calling on the feds to take action, saying this issue has gone too far. And today, FBI officials are stressing that the drones do not appear to be a threat to public safety. FBI officials also saying out of the 5,000 reported sightings, less than 100 are credible, saying in most situations the sightings are a case of mistaken identity. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso spoke with a man who says he spotted one.
I'm freaked out.
That's how many people in New Jersey are feeling about the mysterious objects flying over their skies.
Once you actually see, some kind of car-sized vehicle in the sky, you wonder what's going on.
On Thursday, Nelson Cerrone, with his own eyes, witnessed what everyone is talking about. Around 5 p.m., he was driving home from work when over West Long Branch, he looked up.
I watched them hover in circles for about, I'd say 15 to 20 minutes. And then they all, at their own pace, more or less, go out into the ocean and pretty much just vanish into the clouds. They can't just keep telling us they don't know what the hell they're.
He's not the only one. State officials are fed up as well and are demanding answers from the federal government, saying there is no way these drones can be identified.
For weeks, we've asked for the truth and action to mitigate any and all threats to people and property. Now, we are demanding it.
The drones have recently been spotted in coastal areas. The Ocean County Sheriff's Department has been using its drones to investigate. Sheriff Mike Masternardi says a Coast Guard commanding officer saw a dozen drones near Island Beach State Park.
She was on duty at the time, and she reports that she saw 50 drones coming from the ocean to the mainland, transversing the airways.
And there's also been sightings of drones in the airspace here of the Naval Weapons Station Earl. Of course, this concerning many local officials. Congressman Chris Smith now drafting legislation that could give local sheriffs and state police the authority to step in and potentially bring down drones.
To modify legislation so that not just 3 federal agencies are able to have drone detection and de-drone equipment, right? To be able to put that hands in the state policing units around the country. This is a national public safety and security issue.
Yes,
On
it
Saturday,
is.
Department of
Yes, it is. Monique Robinson, what's up, baby? Sage Mo say. Those drones is U.S. military to investigate the different colorful orbs people have been seeing all year so often. Plus, we close to World War III, so they are contingency plan against nuclear, or they are a contingency plan against nuclear weapons as well. Them drones, yeah, they don't give off no heat, man. They ain't giving off no heat signatures, man. You know? Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Share on your social engineering, man. I'm about to drop the link here in the chat. I want to know what y'all people, I want to know what the people got to say. What y'all think about this, man? This is crazy, man. What I've been telling y'all, man, now Project Bluebeam, man. Right? What y'all know about Project Bluebeam, man? Huh? Crazy when you type in Project Bluebeam, all this stuff about these drones pop up. Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, and subscribe to the page, Jack.
Nothing can blow up an internet forum quite like a good old-fashioned New World Order conspiracy theory, and Project Bluebeam is no exception. An idea lifted almost word for word from a novel written by Gene Roddenberry, Project Bluebeam first achieved conspiracy theory status in 1994 via a book written by Serge Monast. In this book, Monast describes a complex collaboration between NASA and the UN to unite the entire world under a new false religion. But how? Well, as far as we've been able to ascertain, the theory is largely based around these two evil organizations working alongside the Antichrist and using unspecified advanced technology to project a falsified production of the second coming of Christ into the sky. This projection would apparently cause everyone in the world to abandon their beliefs and fall into line under the same New World Order religion. Although this is an idea that is so insane, it was initially rejected as an idea for an episode of Star Trek. Proponents of Monast's book claim to have found references that predicted the recent COVID-19 outbreak, and so sadly, support for Project Bluebeam is once again on the rise.
Right. And I want y'all to hear that so y'all can hear how they intentionally put out stuff like that to put into your mind, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory. That's just a conspiracy theory. When you hear the term conspiracy theory, you automatically dismiss anything associated with it and you don't question. That's the main reason why that term was made up, to make you not question. right? Now, pay attention to stuff like that. That's why I say, man, use your critical thinking, man. Don't let this mainstream media or anybody else, me included, tell you what you need, man. You do your due diligence, man.
Did you know that the government has a plan to stage or fake an alien invasion or even the return of Jesus or the appearance of God here on planet Earth? Not only do they have the plan, but they've actually considered putting it into use on several occasions. The Washington Post actually published an article years ago about how the military had considered staging the appearance of God in Iraq during the first Gulf War in order to trick the Iraqis into believing that God had appeared and that he was talking to them, urging them to overthrow Saddam Hussein. They also considered doing the same tactic to overthrow Fidel Castro in Cuba. It's called Project Bluebeam. And through using several holographic devices and the microwave hearing effect, or the radio frequency hearing effect, they were going to beam God's voice into people's heads and make them believe that they were seeing and hearing God himself, who would then urge them to overthrow the dictator. Sound too crazy to be true? There is a patent registered in the United States Patent Office by the United States military for a piece of technology that can beam voices into people's heads. It's called the radio frequency hearing effect. And essentially, the voices or the sounds, the music, whatever they project would be modulated in your inner ear, so people couldn't tell where it was coming from. We have two ears. We have stereophonic hearing. So most people can tell what direction a sound is coming from, but not using the radio frequency hearing effect. So in conjunction with some sort of holographic devices, they were going to use this radio frequency hearing effect to trick the people of Iraq or the people of Cuba.
And I've been telling y'all about this, man. Project or Operation Crimson Mist. When I be talking to y'all, right, about this right here, we're going to get back to that. But peep this. I'll be telling y'all about this. Why we're constantly talking about this stuff over various subjects, connecting it all to put it into your psyche. You know what I'm saying? Make you privy to it, so you download it in your in your hard drive. You feel me? Pause. Voice to skull technology. I've been telling y'all about this stuff, man. V2K. This is all part of Project Bluebeam, Operation Crimson Mist, where they use voice-to-skull technology to ignite the Rwandan genocide between the Hutus and the Tutsis. This is the same tech. And through Project Bluebeam, by manipulation of the heavy metal particulates in the atmosphere and the introduction of drones that can manipulate the natural light, so to speak, the manipulated light by the heavily irradiated atmospheres, along with all of these drones, they can emit frequencies that sync and link with our brain. And we can hear things, see things, notions, thoughts, ideas, concepts, images, sounds. Can be transmitted into your brain via frequencies, ELF waves, extremely low frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies, right? So not only are some of these drones being reported actual, for the lack of a better term, physical drones, some of them may be images projected in the sky that look real. And if you think it's a game, right, do your research into voice-to-skull technology. They call it the voice of God. I tell y'all about this right here all the time, what I just was speaking on. I'll tell y'all, if y'all want to get an example of this technology being used in real time, actually recorded in history, facts, y'all need to go do y'all's research, right? On Operation Crimson Mist. Let me go back one time. You know, I've been telling y'all, man, go do y'all's research into Operation Crimson Mist, where they use voice-to-skull technology on the Hutus and the Tutsis back in Rwanda back in, what was like 95, 96, 97. This wasn't that long ago, man, for real, for real. And they used this technology to exacerbate tension between the Hutus and the Tutsis when they were actually coming to a peace talk, which totally did not benefit the industrial military complex at all. So they fitted airplanes with these huge antennas that emitted these extremely low frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies that syncs and links with the same magnetic frequencies of our brain's beta waves, voice-to-skull technology, and images, thoughts, like I said, concepts, notions, ideas, words, images, pictures, memories can be transmitted to your brain via wireless technology, wireless capability, wireless devices. So when we think about the technology for this stuff actually existing, actually being in use in real time, the fact that people think that this stuff is just like so far beyond belief is crazy to me, especially when it's documented that they used it. And from that, we got the genocide over there in Rwanda. Because after they bombed the peace talks between the Hutus and the Tutsis, the electromagnetic frequencies exacerbated, amplified their rage and their anger. I could just imagine the images and the thoughts and that was being projected into the minds of the Hutus and Tutsis to just completely tear each other apart in the way that they were. If y'all do your research into the Rwandan genocide war between the Hutus and the Tutsis, they were doing cannibalism. I mean, they just were doing like the most gruesome thing with the childhood warriors, taking them little young boys from their moms when they was pillaging them villages, just turning them into soldiers, making them kill their friends, kill whole people. Man, listen. Straight Manchurian candidate type stuff, man. You did. Right, let's get back to Project Bluebeam, man. I want y'all to put up a little, some of y'all might not be familiar, so I'm gonna play this video. Very accurate, good research. Shout out to this brother, man. You know, Mark Dice. You know, smash that like, click on that subscribe page, man. Share on your social engineering. You did.
And there's also a plan in the works to use this same technology to stage an alien invasion in order to trick the world's population into following in line with the government's agenda. While giving a speech at the United Nations in the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan suggested that we needed an alien invasion in order to bring in world peace.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
More recently, Paul Krugman of the New York Times has suggested that the government stage an alien attack or an alien invasion in order to spark military spending in the military-industrial complex to pull us out of the recession and to jumpstart the economy.
If we discovered that space aliens were planning to attack, and we needed a massive buildup to counter the space alien threat, and really inflation and budget deficits took secondary place to that. this slump would be over in 18 months. And then if we discovered, whoops, we made a mistake, there aren't actually any space
So we need
aliens,
Orson
we'd be a
Welles,
better,
is what you're saying.
No, there was a Twilight Zone episode like this in which scientists fake an alien threat in order to achieve world peace. Well, this time we don't need it. We need it in order to get some fiscal stimulus. I actually have a serious proposal, which is that we have to get a bunch of scientists to tell us that we're facing a threatened alien invasion. And in order to be prepared for that alien invasion, we have to do things like build high-speed rail and then once we've recovered, we can say, whoops, there were no aliens. But look, I mean, whatever it takes.
Back in the 1970s, there was a book published titled The Report from Iron Mountain, which was supposedly or said to have been a classified government document about how the military needed to continue an endless war in order to keep the economy functioning. Many people believe that this document was a hoax. The authors came out and said that it was a satire years later after it had spurred all kinds of controversy and become a bestseller. And in that book, it also suggested that the government stage an alien invasion in order to jumpstart spending for the military-industrial complex.
Healthcare.gov has plans for health because you have plans for life. All plans cover doctor visits and emergency care to keep you and your family running strong. All plans cover hospital stays and prescriptions to give you peace of mind. 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Visit healthcare.gov to explore plans from the brands you know. New law, lower prices. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll by December 15th.
My bad, y'all. My bad, man. But yeah, man, Big E was hiding, man. They said they got drones out there in Cali too, man. You know? Now, just in case, all right, anybody out there thinking, well, Project Bluebeam is some BS, right? Look what's going on and been going on in China, right? China so far ahead of the game, it's crazy, right? What y'all know about what's going on in China, man?
You are about to witness one of the most extraordinary drone shows ever created. In Shenzhen, China, 7,598 drones lit up the night sky, setting a Guinness World Records title in the process. The display officially became the largest aerial image formed by drones, with more than double the number of drones used in the previous record. This breathtaking show was organized to celebrate the 72nd anniversary of Yanbian Korean Autonomous Prefecture, with the drones provided by Shenzhen Demoda Intelligent Control Technology Company Limited. A single laptop was all it took to control the fleet, with the system monitoring each drone's status in real time. The drones shifted continuously across the night sky, forming iconic images like the Great Wall and a majestic dragon, while also paying tribute to Yanbian's unique culture, with depictions of the city flower, the azalea, and traditional dances.
I heard about that, Monique.
Sit back and
Somebody
relax
emailed me that
and
earlier.
enjoy the show.
Look at the current capability. Now, this is what they're showing us. This is what they're showing us. So whatever they're showing us ain't got nothing on what they ain't showing us. But look at this capability of the drones now. Project Bluebeam, like, man, listen. Watch, man. Remember it said to make people think they seeing aliens, fake alien invasion, fake coming to Yeshua. Y'all gotta pay attention to this stuff, man. See that? See that? This is what they're wittingly showing us, y'all. Man, I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all, man. Now, if y'all remember, yeah, I know they do it everywhere, man. They do it everywhere. They're trying to break records this year on the number of drones that they have on display at one time. All this, yeah, man. Now, think about this movie that came out not too long ago, man. A Marvel movie at that, right? 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 Y'all remember this movie when it came out not too long ago, right? The Spider-Man joint. Right? The Spider-Man with Mysterio. You feel me? Mhm. Spider-Man Far From Home. Right? And if you remember in this movie, the character Mysterio was a guy who helped him develop the augmented reality technology that helped him. Remember that scene in Captain America: Civil War when Tony Stark was giving a TED talk and he was in that simulated, augmented, virtual environment. Jake Gyllenhaal was the guy who developed that tech. I can't remember what his name was in the comics, but he helped develop that tech. And this tech falls right along in line with Project Bluebeam. Yeah. Right? So I say all this stuff and I reference all this stuff just to bring to y'all awareness that they put this stuff right in our faces. They're not hiding this stuff. You just got to have the eyes to see it. Right? So we see it in real time through the movies and in actual real time like that what they're doing in China and in Japan and in Taiwan, all in Asia. They've been using this tech. So just, man, I'm about to open up the panel, man. I want to hear what some of y'all got to say, man. I want some of y'all's opinions on what y'all think is going on. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about this? What y'all feel about this, man? Maybe y'all know something I don't know. Maybe you live in an area where, they being heavily spotted. You understand me? Come up here, spit your game, and talk your ish. You dig? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. You understand what I'm saying, man? We do this for the people over here at A Real Talk Podcast, man. We had these conversations about the stuff that's very and really actually important. Right? Yeah, exactly. Says Mo. Right? So I want y'all to pay attention to these movies because they are preemptively programming us. Right? They are preemptively programming. You gotta hold on real quick. Hey man, before y'all come up, make sure y'all mute y'all's audio in the background. Whatever you watching me on, your phone, computer, make sure you mute that joint so it don't bleed into the show. Sage Mo, what happened, man?
Yeah, man. What's up, man? I wanted to tell you off top, man. I appreciate your the podcast you got, man. But sometimes they don't be alerting me that you on. Like I just happen to be on YouTube and you be on. Like this thing,
Right.
I came in like 50 minutes.
Oh man, he dropped out. Hey man, that's the unintelligent artificial intelligence, y'all. They don't want us to be linking up with each other. They don't want us to be putting each other up on game about it. You think the unintelligent artificial can't tell when we know what it is? They don't want us having them type conversations, man, breaking down, analyzing, dissecting, and discussing the nature of the unintelligent artificial intelligence in this order. They don't want us to be aware of that, let alone talking about it. You know what I'm saying about? Shout out to Sage Mo, man. You can hit that link and come on back up, man. This is what the unintelligent artificial intelligence does. You did? This is what it does, man. You know? Sage Mo, you can definitely tap on back in. You did. I would suggest if you're not getting alerts or notifications to just go to my page, hit the unsubscribe button, and subscribe right back. Maybe that'll just re-trigger. You understand what I'm saying? But this tech ain't old, or should I say new? And you understand what I'm saying? Preemptive programming. That's all. Psychologically, perceptually preparing us for the very environments we're about to be experiencing. Drones everywhere in the sky. Human brain-computer interfacing. Interacting in digital holographic spaces, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, right? Oculus owned by Facebook. You got to go, you get your VR helmets and goggles and all that stuff. A lot of the gaming is being moved towards full immersive 3D holographic interaction, right? We're being prepared for this on so many levels, we're not even paying attention. And we don't understand how social media, for one, is being used to further splinter up our psyche, therefore making us more susceptible, more easier to sink and link because we're being pulled every which way. Our psyches is being compartmentalized into altars. It's going to create the connection holographically, digitally, augmented, virtual reality, metaverse, to make us, it's going to make us that much more easier to be synced and linked with it, the unintelligent artificial intelligence. Do y'all understand what I just said? This is why I don't play video games. This is why I don't interact with a lot of social media platforms, where I limit the ones I do and how much I interact with them. Because I understand on the electronic, psychological level what it is doing. And my mind already moves at a mile a minute anyway, and I don't need to be splintering up my psyche no more than what it already is. You feel me? You dig? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. You know, we got to break these damn things down, Jake. You feel me? Project Bluebeam, man. See, when they start talking about stuff like Project Bluebeam and the mainstream media, let me be clear with something with y'all, man. Let me be very clear with y'all. At one point in time, all of this media online was known as the alternative media, but it has become the lamestream or mainstream media, or an extension of it. So don't make no mistake. More people come to YouTube to get their information than they do cable and then they do other network television. Trust me when I'm telling you that. So social media, social engineering has become the new lamestream, mainstream media. So don't make no mistakes about it, y'all. Don't let them, you're just a guy on YouTube. No, man. You're a journalist, bro. A citizen journalist, independent citizen journalist. Right? Don't let them tell you nothing different. They're trying to get us away from being journalists and calling us content creators. See how they 1984 Orwellian new speaking our whole lexicon up? Y'all gotta understand the importance of removing words from the lexicon and adding words that don't really mean too much, man. What that does to us psychologically. Sage Mo, man, would you have the little SF-ery over there, man?
Yeah, I turned the TV down. I did all that talking. I just figured out when I turned the TV on, it looked like you was talking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you gotta make sure you put your devices on pause when y'all tap in so don't bleed into the show, man.
Oh, yeah. But can you hear me, though?
Y'all can hear you nice and loud and clear, brother.
Yeah, I did all that. But I was trying to say, did you hear the part when I said what happened on November 19th around up here in Michigan? Oh, yeah, man. It was some, so I looked on the book, and it was like something that was happening like in the sky, the little white orbs, and then, the orbs that meet up and then they do all that little crazy shit in the sky.
Right.
But the day before that, because we got something called the Frederick Myers Light Show that happens. And the news was telling us, if you see some stuff, lights in the sky, don't be alarmed, because they do a Christmas show. They was testing out lights, but it stopped at 9 o'clock. So around 8, 9 o'clock when I seen it, I'm like, okay, that's probably what it is. But the lights be supposed to be colorful, like green, red, white, stuff like that. But it's supposed to be spotlights. So I go out about 11 something, man, and because my dad, he got like a balcony. He live upstairs. I was over my dad's house. And when you go out, you got to go outside and then go down the steps, and that's the same way you get in. And I went out, I opened up the door, I think to get some air or some shit, something was going on. And I seen it like, like right there. And it was just, so I recorded like 2 minutes of it, posted it, pinned it. And it was going on all over Michigan, like Ada, Grand Haven and all that. And then to come to find out when I was looking into it, FEMA been in Michigan since the second week of November in 6 counties. And they brought 350 semi-trailer trucks with them. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that was the second week of November that came here. So then I was looking to it, then all these drones start popping up. But them drones is because people be forgetting we do got they just put the flag up like a couple of years ago. We do got a space force. And I think that's what them I think that's what them them drones is products of, because all year, people been seeing sightings like since the 40s or whatever, but for some reason this year all around the place we've been seeing them orbs. And it's like it's something going on that they really ain't trying to tell people. I think a lot of this stuff is like happening that they don't know. A lot of this stuff is doing it, but mostly for this year, man, when they talk about that exposure and all that, I think it's just like a big IQ test, like the voting presidency and all that. I think it's just a big IQ test, first of all, getting their information, seeing what they can reveal. because people ain't really they did this shit with them big ass drones like 15 years ago. People would have been, panicking, but people will see this and say, "Oh, conspiracy is like it's a dumbed down program going on." You know what I mean? So I'm
That's what
like,
it is.
yeah. So I'm just looking at like, to me, people ain't, because I'm looking at like, oh man, I'm looking at it like it's some bullshit. But the people that ain't that's into like uh the hip hop culture or the pop culture, or maybe chasing the bag, or probably on drugs or something, they're not really reacting like I expect them to react over this. You know what I mean? They just going on like, oh, you mentioned it, oh yeah, and then they just going on. You know what I mean? By their business,
Right.
like it just ain't happening, dog, and that's kind of weird to me. I gotta get used to it. But then you gotta. I just look at the timing and how everything connect. They doing that thing in the Vatican that they do once every 25 years. I guess they're gonna start. It's like 5 of them. It's like 5 portals they gotta open starting on
They
Christmas
listen
Eve.
here and talking about the Vatican. They just opened the new Notre Dame, remodel Notre Dame. Remember Notre Dame got caught on fire a few years ago in France?
Yeah.
They just reopened it from renovation.
Oh, oh yeah. They it's just been so really what people supposed to do when there's exposure. We just supposed to sit back and see, just look at the plays, you know what I mean? Because they running all they plays out the book,
That's a fact.
for the next 5 years or something, you know what I mean? But it's people just being, just like they say, like, black people kind of be like, well, all the people be like reactive instead of, you know what I mean, prepare, instead of being, preparing and having a contingency plan. You just be reactive, dog. And it's like, I'm like, man, what's coming upon motherfuckers, man. It's crazy because also with the FEMA, I seen another map where the places where FEMA is posted is in brown, and then the other states is in red. And whatever state is in red, when it's this event coming, they got to go to the states, evacuate and go to the states that's in brown. On the map in Michigan, one of the ones is in brown, because I'm like, why would FEMA come here? And then when you Google it, they said we're here because they said they here because of
What if I told you
because of
there's a skip
tornadoes
ad?
that happened in August. Because of the tornadoes that happened around August, but we had like 1 tornado, maybe 2, but it ain't do nothing. And I'm like, man, the way they tearing up, the way them tornadoes be ripping through the Trail of Tears, destroying shit. I mean, the tornadoes they hit here, they didn't do nothing, dog. And they usually hit them areas, you know what I mean, where the white folks live. They'll never rip through no cities or nothing up in here in Michigan. So I'm like, yeah, that's this cap right now, man. But I just been paying attention, especially on how the atmosphere changing and all that. Right now I'm in Michigan, dog. This snow, they let them kids, it snowed 1 time this month, Wednesday, and they let them niggas off for school. And I'm like, dog, when I was having even though I live like around the corner from the elementary, dog, that shit'll be up to your knees, and you still, you know what I mean? I had to walk my little sister up there. It'd be like bad kids, coming out the house, walking through that shit. And they let them niggas off for like, I think it was like only like 4 inches of snow. Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy right now. I mean, I'm enjoying the weather. I don't like no blizzards and ice storms and all that anyway, even though I live here. But you know what I mean, the shit's still kind of strange. The whole year just been like a strange sci-fi movie. And that's why I do be taking references of them the movies you tell me to go check out. I don't know if you peeped that when I was telling you about that Simulant. It was a movie that was on. That's that lined up with Surrogates and Atlas and the Creator. It lined up with all them. It go with them. Like if it was you was like to watch a marathon, that'll go into the package. You know what I mean? If you was going to watch a matinee or a grindhouse feature, that'll go into the package of that, man. But yeah, I like the good. I'm gonna let some other people probably come up here if they can. I hope you chop up here for another hour at least, because I came in late, like 54 minutes late. I'm gonna let some people. I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna end the show here in a second because I'm trying to keep them under 2 hours for the algorithm, though, man. But we definitely.
You got one coming on later on tonight?
No, I'm gonna probably drop another pre-recorded later on tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, all right.
A little bit after the show, but I'm trying to, when I do the shows, I'm keeping them under 2 hours. We're trying to anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't know that you already started that one in the morning because I think it was one you had at like 9 o'clock and I cut it in
Yeah, I
late.
was on this weekend game. You know, I don't work on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? So, if I was gonna go in live, it'll be probably like around that time. I'll be up. So, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I said, if it's a situation to where, you know what I'm saying, you're not getting the notifications, like I said, just go unsubscribe and subscribe right back. That normally
Yeah, that's what.
re-trigger.
That's what people been telling me to unsubscribe. I just been re-pushing the all button, the all bell, and that worked for a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
what you're supposed to do. So you might just need to re-trigger that every now and again. But this is the last little news clip I want to play, man. Because listen, man, they're putting this stuff right in our face, man. When they get to talking about stuff like Project Bluebeam on mainstream media sources, you understand what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that we being preemptively programmed.
Oh yeah,
All right.
one more thing before you do that.
Go
Do you
ahead, bro.
mess with that when you talked about the metals, man? Do you mess with that Corella?
Corella.
Yeah, it's like it's like pure chlor. You get it from the health stores. It's like a chlorophyll, and I bought like
I don't know the brand you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
yeah to detoxify the metals, dog. And I bought some in August. I bought some in August. You know, it'd be hot as hell, man. I think it was like 87 one day here. And you know, by Michigan with the lakes, you know, we get that humid, so it's like the air be, you know what I mean? The air be unbearable. It ain't even the sun beaming. So I was using it like the second day, and like people was coming over, even my mom or people I seen out, you know what I mean, out and about. These niggas was busting sweats. Now I've been using that Corella, dog. I felt like it was in like the low 70s. But that definitely that Corella, you just mix it in with the water. You know what I mean? That definitely make a difference, dog, when it comes to, because the metals got to come out before the, you know what I mean, working on that. So by the time they really start shooting up them frequencies, man, you got a little, your body got a little defense, and that cilantro. Because cilantro, that take out a lot of metals, man, especially mercury. So yeah, I just want to say that I'm gonna drop down, man, and listen to you in the cuts, bro. But keep that in mind, that Corella, dog. That's a good thing to use, man, for the Corella and cilantro. Real good for the metals.
Right. And you also want to have to start taking these damn baths, man. You got to start taking baths with war pack.
Yeah, because I think that's another thing. I think they got us used to taking showers like baths is primitive. Because when I seen that, like what soaking to do, man, soaking is better than a quick rinse you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really, but what baths was you talking about? I don't know if you can leave that in the chat, because I think I heard you mention that like a certain way
You
you
want
do
to
it.
start taking some alkaline baths, man. Like I said, some borax, baking powder, baking soda. You know what I'm saying? You want to start using certain type of little salts and sodiums and stuff, so that pull all them pull all them damn nanoparticles up out of your ass. You fucking take a bath and see that shit floating on top of the water, man. Like soap
You
scum.
bullshitting. You
All
said
them
floating.
detergents and stuff we be putting on our skin with all them heavy metal particulates in it and shit.
You said you'll start seeing them float on top of the water.
Hell yeah, man. I'll get
Oh,
y'all the
yeah.
recipe, man, here. So I got it written down with the stuff. You can go to literally Lowe's and buy the stuff and just soak in it, man.
Yeah, all right, man. I'm gonna let you finish your chop, man. I'm finna jump in the cuts. I gotta turn this TV back up.
You already know, man. I appreciate your input. You're more than welcome to come and tap in and spit your game and talk your ish anytime, brother.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's get to this video real quick, man. I want y'all to see this. Shout out to them homies over there at Crux, man. They make good content, man.
The night skies of New Jersey have been lit up lately thanks to dozens of mystery drones that have been spotted flying over the state. These drones have been spotted almost every night for nearly a month, sparking speculation and concern over who sent them and why. Dozens of witnesses have reported seeing drones in New Jersey starting in November, but the number of sightings appear to have increased in December. It is perfectly legal to fly drones in New Jersey, but there are conditions. They are subject to Federal Aviation Administration regulations and must weigh less than 55 pounds at the time that they take off. But according to authorities, the drones that have been spotted appear to be up to 6 feet. This is much larger than those typically flown by drone hobbyists. It remains unclear what the purpose of these dozens of large drones flying over the state is.
Yeah, we do not know what these drones are up to. I understand there can be a fleet of drones. Sometimes there's 10 or 12 at a time that are flying around. That tells me that there's a group of people involved. So it could be something as innocent as just a social group flying around. Hopefully it's not as bad as surveillance.
US federal authorities are scrambling for answers about where the drones have been launched from. The FBI, Homeland Security, and state police are investigating the sightings. But so far, the FBI has not been able to give a frustrated Congress any answers.
And this is what I be saying about the FBI, and this is why the FBI, I think Trump needs to, when he get in there, he need to completely shut the FBI down. It is probably one of the most corrupt organizations within the U.S. government structure, man. And when I say shut it down, I mean get rid of everybody that's in there right now. It's corrupt to the core. The idea that the FBI don't know what's going on, I just like, come on, man. You feel me? Like, come on, man. It's an assault to the intelligence. Seriously, it really is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, man, I ain't gonna drag this one out, man. I pretty much said everything I had to say concerning this topic. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate everybody tapping in, walking with me. Shout out to Sage, well, coming up and sharing his opinion and views with us on the subject. Listen, man, question everything. Do your due diligence, right? Don't accept what they're telling us just because it's the so-called government telling us. They lie. I don't believe anything they say. I always do my due diligence, and I encourage y'all to do the same thing, man. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page. We finna get up out of here, man. You dig? I'm gonna leave y'all with a joint off of my album, Yiddy. We got some shows coming up this week too, man. Tomorrow, Monday evening, right? We're gonna be discussing Elon Musk, right? And Vivek Ramaswamy. Right? Let me put a picture up on the screen for y'all, man. Tomorrow we're going to be discussing Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, man. There are the guys who are over the Department of Government Efficiency. And we're going to break that down because I'm pretty sure they're very well connected to what's going on with all these drones, and they know exactly what's going on. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Sharing social engineering, man. Support your interests, man. Us real ones in here willing to talk about the things that they don't want us to be talking about, man. You did. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening, man. You did. We're going to be right back tomorrow, man. Got another pre-recorded coming, man. Content all day, every day. No days off. Let's go.
You think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blindness. Victory has defeated you. Gotta know your next move when you speak to your book. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on the look. Everybody wanna taste that it's in and fuck. When snacks have the faction of clear up the floor. Gotta know your next move when you speak to your book. Gotta respect the dead when you to the limelight. Mediocre bars, knowing that y'all don't rhyme right. You fake dope niggas need to get your mind right. Stupid ass niggas, you're bringing guns to my mind fight. Now let me slow it down so I can talk to you. I'm never letting up. If that's a false school you. I hit the top of track like a nigga practice voodoo. Once a guy crazy and miss, hoochies and hoochies. The rap game is in the abyss I could easily swim through. I'm like the boy fisherman and you rappers are seafood. Grand champion, this bitch you should call me your seafood. Make sure my energy is up cause the devil's deceitful. And everything that we see is fame. Ain't nothing but a dream inside of another dream. And everything that we see is fame. Ain't nothing but a dream inside of another dream. Gotta know your next move when you speak to a book. Gotta respect the dance when you speak of a look. Everybody wanna taste of the steam, so when stacks got the factual, clear up the floor. Gotta know your next move when you speak to a book. Gotta respect the dance when you speak of a look. Everybody wanna taste of the steam, so when stacks got the factual, clear up the floor. Selling all on the post, start shipping them off. E&E, perpetuity, ripping them off. Find them in the West Wing, start ripping them off. Let stacks hold them up while I finish them off. I sold all shits, and I'm sick of the fall. That ocean six, that Bellagio vault. And we killing everything like a British assault. And they sick of these kids, we the illest of balls. All these people cats is full, filled with jealousy. Another beat murder, they charging me with assassin. Look, got their ingredients and the recipe. For me, I'm still smoking on hydrotherapy. Literally, still getting paper with the printer off. I'm still a black old work, that's a winner call. So fuck y'all, you a permanent flip off. Don't speak to me for less than 250, that's a rip off. And next year, so you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dance when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste of this eating sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't create nothing false. Gotta know your next move so you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste of this eating sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't create nothing false. Diving for not only my dreams, I've spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams. I assume you dream.